A message appeared on every screen in the world. HIDE. It was so abrupt, so stark, that for a moment I thought I'd accidentally triggered some weird app or notification. My phone was locked on a single word, black text on a white background, the font almost regal in its simplicity. Hide. I looked up at the others. We were in the middle of our usual Friday night Monopoly game, a tradition that had survived college, jobs, and all the other distractions of adulthood. Evelyn was threatening Ravi with bodily harm if he landed on free parking. Hero was quietly counting his money, and Ravi was rolling the dice with the same desperation he brought to every game. "A J," Evelyn said, catching me staring at my phone. "You're addicted. Put the thing down and play like a normal person." "Yeah, sorry," I mumbled, trying to swipe away the message. It wouldn't budge. I held the power button down, hoping for a reset, but nothing happened. With my other hand, I rolled the dice and moved my piece to B and O Railroad. "Nah, I'm good," I said, passing on the property. We played with our own house rules. No auctions, no forced purchases. It was the only way to keep the peace. But my attention was glued to my phone, the word hide glaring back at me. Suddenly, the apartment shook. Not an earthquake, but a brief, unsettling tremor. The TV, which had been playing some forgettable Netflix show in the background, flickered and went silent. Ravi got up to check the cables, muttering about the breaker, but the TV came back on by itself. Instead of Netflix, it now displayed the same message. HIDE. "Is this some kind of Amber Alert?" Hero asked, holding up his phone to show us the same message. "No way," Ravi said, frowning. "Amber Alerts don't take over everything. And look, it's on the TV too." "Could be a hack," I suggested, but even as I said it, I knew it didn't make sense. Evelyn, who usually avoided her phone, was staring at her screen in disbelief. "What the hell is going on?" I wandered out onto the balcony, hoping for some clue. The city was lit up as usual, but everywhere I looked, people were staring at their screens, frozen. In the apartments across from us, I could see the same white glow, the same word. Down on the street, people stood still, heads bowed to their devices. The others joined me, peering over the railing. "It's everywhere," I said quietly. "So what do we do?" Hero asked. "Call the cops." "With what?" I replied, holding up my useless phone. "Maybe it's just a glitch," Ravi said. "We wait it out." But Evelyn wasn't convinced. She paced around the apartment, searching for something. "I know it sounds stupid, but what if it's literal? What if we're supposed to hide?" Ravi rolled his eyes. "Hide where? We're already inside." Evelyn ignored him and opened the sliding closet door in Ravi's bedroom. "I'm going in here. You guys can laugh at me later, but I'd rather look dumb than be sorry." Hero hesitated, then squeezed in beside her. I followed, ducking under Ravi's hanging shirts. Ravi grumbled, but eventually joined us, closing the door and plunging us into darkness. "How long do we stay?" Ravi asked. 5 minutes, Evelyn said, her voice muffled by the coats. We waited, the only sound the ticking of the living room clock. It felt ridiculous, 4 adults hiding in a closet because of a word on a screen. But the longer we sat, the more the unease grew. Suddenly, there was a pounding at the apartment door. "Ravi, are you there?" Monica's voice called. Ravi started to get up, but Evelyn grabbed his arm. "Don't. Just wait." The knocking stopped. The silence that followed was absolute. No ticking clock, no distant traffic, not even the sound of our own breathing. I felt a presence outside the closet, something cold and electric, pressing in. Then, as suddenly as it came, it was gone. The sounds of the apartment returned. I checked my phone. The message had vanished. We stumbled out, shaken. Ravi rushed to the door, peered through the peephole, and froze. I joined him. And what I saw made my stomach drop. Monica was sprawled in the hallway, blood everywhere. She'd been torn apart. My phone buzzed. Again. "Hide again," Hero said, his voice trembling. We didn't hesitate this time. Ravi assigned hiding spots, 2 under the bed, 1 in the utility closet, 1 in the laundry closet. I fought with the utility closet door, finally gripping the handle tight as the silence fell again. The presence returned, tugged at the door, then faded. We emerged, shaken but alive. Evelyn and Hero crawled out from under the bed, relief and fear mingling on their faces. My phone buzzed. Break time. We regrouped in the living room, nerves frayed, but the tension didn't fade. Hero eyed Evelyn. "How did you know to stay in the closet for 5 minutes?" She bristled. "I didn't know. It was a guess." The mood soured. Suspicion spread like wildfire. Ravi tried to calm us, but the air was thick with paranoia. He grabbed a knife, and for a moment, I thought we might turn on each other. Evelyn held up her phone. Break time. "It's not us, it's the game. It's making us angry." The feeling passed, leaving us drained and ashamed. We apologized one by one and tried to process what was happening. I turned on the TV, desperate for news. The soccer game was carnage, players and fans alike dead on the field. I switched to a news channel. The anchor was hiding under his desk, urging viewers to hide. The feed cut out, replaced by a new word: seek. The TV screen shattered. So did our phones, except Ravi's, which was still missing. "We need a working screen," I said, running to the balcony. In a neighboring apartment, a TV was still on, displaying a word I couldn't read. We tore apart the apartment, searching for Ravi's phone. Hero checked other apartments. I finally found the phone under a pile of Monopoly money, displaying SMILE. "Smile," I shouted, baring my teeth. Evelyn and Ravi followed. Hero rushed in and, seeing our faces, copied us just in time. The word vanished, relief, shaky and thin. But a new message appeared. Point to sacrifice. A timer ticked down from 2 minutes. We stared at each other, defeated. One by one, we pointed at ourselves, refusing to choose anyone else. With seconds left, I had a thought, ran to the door, pointed at Monica's body in the hallway. We didn't know what we were dealing with until she died. Her sacrifice gave us a chance, I said, and my friends joined me, pointing and murmuring apologies and thanks. The timer hit 0. Nothing happened. Ravi's phone now read, "Good game." We stood in stunned silence. Eventually, we drifted back inside, sat around the Monopoly board, and resumed our game. I rolled the dice, landed on Short Line Railroad. "Do you want to buy it?" Evelyn asked. I thought about it for too long. We sat there, the 4 of us, still reeling from what had happened. The world outside was changed, maybe destroyed. But in that moment, all we could do was cling to the familiar. The Monopoly board, the dice, the house rules that made the game bearable. "Do you think it's over?" Hero asked quietly. "I don't know," I said. "But for now, we're still here." Evelyn looked at the board, then at us. "I guess we just keep playing." For a long moment, none of us moved. Then, slowly, we picked up our pieces and carried on, haunted by the knowledge that the world could change again at any moment, that survival might come down to something as simple as following the rules, whatever they might be. And somewhere out there, maybe someone, or something, was watching, waiting to see if we would play the game right.